Hello, my dear viewers, and also my dear students. Welcome to this particular lesson, wherever you're watching from the part of the world. Today, we are going to look on how to actually, uh, so we are going to look on how to use a calculator to complete or fill a table for the corresponding values of x and y. So in this case, we are going to use the scientific calculator, that is Casio FX 570 MS, and also I'll be able to illustrate with the Casio FX 82 MS. So in this case, I have the scientific calculator, that is FX 570 MS. So for the different tables and graphs of linear equation, quadratic graphs, cubic graphs, trigonometric graphs, in that case we shall look at sine graph, cosine graph, and tangent graph. So we begin with the first one, which is linear graph. Here we have the function y is equal to 4 over 3x minus 1 for the range of values minus 9 all the way to positive 9 at intervals of positive 3. So you can see along the row of x, minus 9, minus 6, all the way to 9 in steps of 3, 3, 3, and so on. So we need to use the calculator to get the corresponding values of y. So get to your calculator, put it on, such that now um, the other thing we need to check on here, there's a steps of 3 from minus 9 to minus 6. 3, the same case apply to the other numbers. So that is 3 times 2, that is 6. So we go 6 steps backward. So from minus 9, minus 6, so up to minus 15. So we are going to key in minus 15 on our calculator. Then after that, we press the shift button. We have the shift button. Once we do that, press the recall button. Then we press the closing bracket. Then you'll be able to see on the screen, it has written minus 15, then an arrow, then x. After we do that, press alpha, then close the bracket. Alpha, then close the bracket. So that is on the display screen, it key in x. Then after that, we have steps of plus 3. So we are going to add plus 3. Then from there, press again shift, then recall button, then closing bracket. So again, it adds another arrow, then X. Once you do that, now press the left navigation key so that the cursor blinks. After that, if you are using FX 82 MS, press alpha and then the pole key. For 570 MS, you just press alpha and then the integral key. So now we have the full column. Then we enter this equation, that is 4 over 3x minus 1. So we have 4x over 3, then minus 1. So once we enter that equation, now we can press equal sign. Once you press equal sign, you'll be able to see on the display screen, at this particular point, it has written minus 9 display. So that is the first value of x. You press the equal key again, it will give you minus 13. Press equal key again, you get minus 6. Press equal key again, you get the corresponding values of x. When x is minus 6, you get minus 9. Press equal key again, you get minus 6, that is x. Then press equal key, you get minus 5, that is the value of y. Press the equal key again, you get 0. Again, you get minus 1, the corresponding value of y. Press equal key again, get 3. You press again, you get 3. Press again, you get 6. That is the corresponding value of x. Press again, you get 7. press again, you get 9, press again, you get 11. And that's how you use the calculator to fill in the table for linear graphs. We move on to the other one, which is quadratic graph. Fill the table below for the function y is equal to 2x squared plus 5x minus 12 for this range of values of x minus 8 all the way to 4. We have already filled the table, but I'll show you on how to get this range of uh, the corresponding values of y when x is minus 8 and so on up to 4. The other values you can also easily be able to do the same thing uh, as that process is. So sometimes you'll find it so challenging, but towards the end you have to plot a graph of x against y, and that is the most important thing. So this is what I want you to see on how to fill it. Now, for this case, let me press AC button to clear everything so that I'll start afresh. So for this one, we can see from minus 8, minus 7. So there's a step of 1, 1, 1 for each values of x, the range values of x. So minus 1 times 2. So we have 2 minus. So we move 2 steps backward from minus 8. So we get minus 10. So on your calculator, key in minus, minus 10. From there, press shift, then recall button, then close the bracket. Then from there, press alpha, then close the bracket. So we have steps of 1, 1. So that is, we add 1 plus 1. Then press shift, then recall button, then close the bracket. Then after that, press the left navigation key so that the cursor can blink. Then press alpha, then the integral key to input the full colon. For the other one is alpha, then Paul key. Then after that we enter this equation. So 2x squared plus 5x minus 12. So we have 2x squared plus 5x minus 12. Once you do that, press the equal key. So once you press the equal key, you will see on the display screen the answer gives minus 8. So you press it again, you get 76. Press it again, you get minus 7. Press it again, we get 51. Again, minus 6. Again, 30. We continue, we have minus 5. We continue, we have 13. We continue, minus 4. Then 0. Minus 3. Y will be minus 9. Minus 2, y will be minus 14, and minus 1, then we have y is minus 15. Continue pressing the equal key. So when x is 0, y is minus 12. When x is 1, y is minus 5. When x is 2, y is 6. When x is 3, y is 21, and finally when x is 4, y is 40. You can continue on like that as long the steps continue to an infinite value, but we stick with this table. So the other one we proceed. Now we look at cubic graph. We do the same steps. Once you are able to do that, well and good. Also, let us check the corresponding values of x along this. So we have minus 3 all the way to 3. Minus 3, minus 2, the step of 1, 1, 1. and therefore 1 multiplied by 2. So we are going to get 2. So we move 2 steps from minus 3, move 2 steps backward. So we land at minus 5. So on the calculator, let us press the AC button to clear everything. So we start from minus 5, then shift, recall, close the bracket, then alpha, then close the bracket. Since you have steps of 1, 1, we add plus 1, then shift, recall, close the bracket, then press the left navigation key so that the cursor will blink. Then from there, enter the full colon alpha, then press that is the integral key. So this is alpha, then pole. Once we do that, enter this equation 2x cubed plus x squared minus 5x plus 2. So we have 2, that is 2x cubed, then plus x squared minus 5x, then plus 2. So press the equal key. So the first value we get is minus 3, that's the value of x. Press it again, we get corresponding values of y, minus 28. Press again, minus 2 is the value of x is minus 2. Press again, we get the value of y. Press again, we get x is minus 1, y is 6. When x is 0, y is 2. Press again when x is 1, y is 0. Press again when x is 2, y is 12. Then press again when x is 3. I want you to note that when you press the value of x, there is always a text display. So that's very key. Then when x is 3, y is 50. So that's for cubic graph. We proceed on to the next, and now we are dealing with the trigonometric graph, and this is also very interesting. These are y sine waves. Y is equal to sine x plus y is equal to 3 sine x, the same axis. But in my case, I'm just interested with, we are going to fill it. We have this first row, value of x, then you have for sine x, and then we have for 3 sine x. So let us start. Let me clear the calculator so that we start all over again. So we can see for the range values of x from 0 to 720, we have 0, 30, 60. So there's an interval of 30 degrees, 30 degrees. So 30 degrees multiplied by 2, we get 60 degrees. So from 0 degrees, let us move backwards 60 degrees. So we shall have negative 60 degrees. So key in on the calculator, negative 60, then press shift, then recall, then close the bracket. Then press alpha, then close the bracket. We have x. Now, we have intervals of 30, 30, 30. So x plus 30. That is the steps we shall follow so that we get the corresponding values of sine x and 3 sine x. But for this case now, once I do this, press shift, then recall, then close the bracket. Then I'll press the left navigation key so that the cursor will blink. Then alpha, integral sign, so that I enter the full colon. For this one, we press alpha and pole. So now I'll enter one of these. You can see the second row for this table give the values of sine x for the corresponding values of the angles. Now, I'll have sine x, sine x. So press equal sign. Now it starts from 0. Start from 0. When x is 0, sine x is uh, 0. When x is 30, when x is 30, sine 30 is 0.5. Again, when x is 60, sine x is 0.87. That has been rounded off. So from the calculator is 0.866 and all that. When x is 90, sine 90 is 1. When x is 120, sine 120 is 0.87, blah, 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 and all that. When x is 150, sine 150 is 0.5. When x is 180, sine 180 is 0. When x is 210, sine 210 is negative 0.5, and so on. So that's keep on all the way up to 720. So it is much easier to follow that step toward the end, and you'll be able to fill the table in no time. So lastly, I want to finish up with the tangent curve for the range of value from 0 all the way to 360. Remember, for tangent at 90 degrees, that is asymptote line, and also at 270, that's actually vertical. So it's normally giving an infinite value. But for the calculator, this is something it is going to write. So also let us try to do that, and then you'll be in a good position to use your calculator. So for this case, we have 0, 30, 60, and all that. So there's a step of 30, 30 for each value. So 30 times 2, we have 60. So we move from 0, 60 steps backward. So we shall have minus 60. So key in minus 60. Calculator, then press Shift, recall, close the bracket. Then alpha, close the bracket, we have x, then we add the step, so plus 30, that is the interval. Then press shift, recall, close the bracket, then press that is the left navigation key, then alpha, integral sign, so that we enter the full colon. After that, we enter this equation, that is tan x. Tan x. So we have tan x. Once we do that, press equal sign. Once we press the equal sign, now we have 0, x is 0, then tan 0 is 0. When x is 30, tan 30 is 0.775774. Press again equal sign. When x is 60, y is 1.732, so on. When x is 90, so we press equal sign. It will give us that is math error. Then when it's 120, it's negative 1.732. Continue to press 150. We get negative 5774. When x is 180, press it, tan x is 0. Keep on pressing. When x is 210, we have 0.5774. Keep on pressing equal sign. When x is 240, value of y, which is tan 240 is 1.732. When x is 270, then press equal sign to get the value of tan 270. That is math error. So in our case, the calculator will give math error since these are infinite value. Remember, there is no change in the x-axis, so you are dividing by a zero, whereby which is impossible or undefined. Then just keep on pressing equal sign. We continue to the next one, 300. We have minus 1.732 and so on. 330, get that value, and lastly 360, we get tan 360 is 0. So thank you so much for watching this, and God bless you. See you during the next video.